What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando, Florida for Thursday, August 4th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Director David Ayer has taken to social media in order to apologize for comments he made about Marvel and to defend his latest film, Suicide Squad. Ayer caused a stir Monday when, during the film's premiere in New York, he took the stage and dropped the F-bomb directed at DC Comics' rival Marvel after a fan shouted out first. Shortly afterwards, the filmmaker took to Twitter to apologize for the remark that was quickly making headlines, writing sorry about getting caught up in the moment and saying, "Fuck Marvel." Someone said it. I echoed, "Not cool, respect for my brother filmmakers." In response, Marvel's chief creative officer Joe Quesada came to Ayer's defense on Twitter as users berated him for dissing the comics brand. He wrote, "Hey Marvel faithful, I know you're upset, but cut at David Ayer Movies a break. It was all in good fun. Can't wait to see SS. Best of luck, David." Following the premiere, Ayer has continued to stay active on social media, defending Suicide Squad from negative reviews, tweeting in Spanish, "Prefiero morir a pie de vivir de rodillas," Emilio Zapata, which roughly translates, "I prefer to die standing than to live always on my knees." Later, Ayer clarified his quote from the Mexican Revolutionary, where he once again defended his villain-focused ensemble film. He wrote, "Zapata quote is my way of saying I love the movie and believed in it, made it for the fans, best experience of my life." Suicide Squad, starring Will Smith, Margot Robbie, and Jared Leto, opens in theaters on Friday. Warner Brothers Pictures has announced J.K. Rowling is writing a sequel to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, with David Yates once again returning to the director's chair. Starring Eddie Redmayne as the mad zoologist Newt Scamander, the first Yates-helmed Beast movie is set for theatrical release on November 18th. The follow-up is scheduled to open on November 16, 2018. The movies are prequels to the 8 blockbuster Harry Potter films, the final 4 of which were all directed by Yates. All of the fantasy flicks have their roots in Rowling's writings. The studio said in a press release, the Fantastic Beasts franchise is an important part of J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World, a brand which continues to expand. The new play, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Parts 1 and 2, has just opened to rave reviews in London, drawing rapturous applause and sold-out performances, and the script of the play, just published, has already seen unprecedented sales from a script book. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter theme parks at Universal Studios in Orlando, Hollywood, and Osaka, Japan continue to entertain record crowds, and Warner Brothers Studio Tour London, The Making of Harry Potter, offers another extremely popular experience for fans of all ages. There's much more on the horizon, all highlighting that the global interest in J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World in every medium is stronger than ever. In a related story, Scholastic says it has sold more than 2 million copies of the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Parts 1 and 2 script book during its first 2 days in release in North America. The stage play and 8th Harry Potter story is by the franchise's creator J.K. Rowling, as well as her playwright collaborators John Tiffany and Jack Thorne. The show opened to rave reviews in London last weekend after weeks of well-attended previews. The drama takes place nearly 20 years after the events of Harry Potter and in Deathly Hallows. It continues the adventures of wizards Harry, Ron, and Hermione, who are now adults with their families of their own. Ellie Berger, the president of Scholastic Trade, said in a statement Wednesday, "Here, fans of all ages gathered at midnight parties in bookstores and libraries to get their copies of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, bringing communities together to celebrate the magic of reading and the power of great storytelling. It's an incredible start, and all the signs are indicating continued strong sales for this exciting release." The book went on sale in the United States and Canada at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 31st. Haley Steinfeld stars as a tortured teenager, Nadine, who learns to navigate family drama and the awkwardness of high school with the help of her teacher, played by Woody Harrelson, in the upcoming film The Edge of 17. Living in the shadow of her older brother, played by Blake Jenner, Nadine takes solace in her friendship with her best friend, Krista, played by Haley Lou Richardson, until Krista becomes Nadine's brother's girlfriend. Nadine is also faced with navigating a rough relationship with her mother, played by Kara Sedgwick, and the uncertainty of teenage relationships. The Edge of 17 is scheduled to be released on September 30th. Director Kevin Smith detailed on social media how the third act of his latest film, Yoga Hosers, works as an apology to critics. The fantasy thriller that stars Kevin's daughter Harley Quinn Smith, Lily Rose Depp, and her father Johnny Depp features a pair of convenience store clerks who find themselves battling against a group of Canadian Nazis. The film has been receiving negative reviews from critics after it premiered at the Sundance Film Festival. Currently, it holds a 30% rating on review collection site Rotten Tomatoes. Kevin responded to one of the negative reviews on Twitter, in which he outlined how the film is his way of making peace with reviewers. The filmmaker noted on Twitter, "Spoilers, the third act of At Yoga Hosers, and what it really means is decoding in this attachment. Sounds stupid but true," alongside a photo of his response to a critic that features his lengthy explanation as to the inner workings of the project's third act. He wrote, referencing his 2010 action comedy, Cop Out, "See, in real life I really turned bitter about filmmaking, even fighting with critics over Cop Out. And my stuff was getting darker and darker," referencing to the action comedy starring Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan. He continued by saying, "But then I worked with my daughter in my actual profession in a way I'd never expected to in my life. Working with my only child made film fun again and wiped out my bitterness. She was my salvation. She killed the crazy old artist in me and saved me from myself." Smith then detailed how in the picture Harley and Lily Rose stopped the main antagonist who blamed critics for his failed out-of-control art and how that character represents himself. He said, "To me, the third act of Yoga Hosers is like a quasi-apology to critics I fought with back in the day. Some of them will never let me live it down, but the gesture is there just the same. Ironically, in the movie of mine, they seem to hate the most." Yoga Hosers is due in theaters September 2nd. Eva Mendes says spending time with her daughters is her number one priority for the moment. The 42-year-old actress revealed she's taking a hiatus from acting to focus on Esmeralda and Amada, her 22-month-old and 3-month-old children, with Ryan Gosling in the September issue of Latina magazine. Mendes said, "My little one is still an infant, and right now it's really about surviving those nights and trying to enjoy this time as much as possible with them and start the bond between them. It's a really, really special time. I'm loving it." She also explained, "I would definitely take something really special for me to go back to work. I don't like saying take me away, but that's essentially what work does. Right now I feel very fortunate to be home with my kids. I feel so lucky. I'm just taking advantage of that." Mendes and Gosling, who started dating in 2011, are a notoriously private couple who managed to keep both of the actress's pregnancies secret. Mendes gave birth to Amada in April, shortly after her brother Carlos died of cancer. She said, "Losing my brother brought our family closer. They were there for me when Amada was born. We had a funeral service for him, and that same week I had the baby. So it was really, really intense and obviously beyond heartbreaking, but also kind of beautiful." Mendes last appeared in Gosling's directorial debut, Lost River, which premiered at the Cannes International Film Festival in 2014. Her next and only project is Fast 8, while Gosling will star in La La Land with Emma Stone. Gosling told People magazine after Amada's birth, "It sounds so cliche, but I never knew that life could be this fun and this great." The 35-year-old actor is also slated for Weightless and the Blade Runner sequel. Simon Helberg came close to passing on The Big Bang Theory. The 35-year-old actor who plays Howard Wolowitz on the CBS sitcom revealed as much during an appearance this week on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Helberg joked, "I have great instincts, like the instincts of a squirrel. You know, when you're driving and the squirrel just stops in the middle of the road, that was my instinct." He explained, "I was doing a show called Studio 60 that was great, but people weren't watching it. When I heard about Big Bang, I said, I don't want to play nerds anymore, so I'll pass on the nerd show. I got convinced to go in, and I think I made a good choice." The Big Bang Theory, which averages 20 million viewers in Season 9, is widely cited as the most popular comedy on television. The series will return for a 10th season September 19th, but has yet to be renewed for further seasons. Helberg said in a response to rumors of sitcom ending, "We are having a great time doing the show, so I think we'll keep going if people will have us." The Big Bang Theory co-stars Jim Parsons, Johnny Galecki, Kaylee Kuko, and Kunar Yayar. Kaylee Segal and Jack McBrayer will join the cast in Season 10 as Penny's mom and brother. The View co-host Whoopi Goldberg took to Twitter to refute claims that she was involved in reducing fellow co-host Paula Faris' role on the show. Goldberg responded to a story by UK publication The Daily Mail, which cited an anonymous source who claims Faris blamed Goldberg for the decision to have her time on The View decrease from 5 days a week to 1. Goldberg wrote, "Contrary to what you might have read in the I do not run ABC, nor I do own or produce, not involved in hiring for The View, so don't send your resumes." She went on to insists that she holds no power over the employment status of her co-workers and was thankful for her role on the show. She wrote, "I'm not responsible for firing or moving people around or negotiating my co-workers' contracts. I like having a gig, and as much as I like to rule the entire universe, I have enough to do in my life than to take mean girl pleasures at someone else's wrongly perceived change." Goldberg then addressed the Daily Mail story directly while stating she was not looking to start a fight with the publication but rather clarify what she describes as an untruth. She wrote, "Also Daily Mail, knowing that people talk a lot, do you honestly think I would talk or act in such a way that would give you any ability to know anything I think? No, Daily Mail, I wouldn't. So if you're going to continue to accuse me of doing this kind of thing, could you make something someone my age would do? For goodness sakes, the only botch fest is the one in Talk Minds. No fight here, just clearing up an untruth." Goldberg capped off the string of tweets by writing Daily Mail, "Well done," while sharing a story about violence against transgender people from the similarly named U.S. publication, The Daily Beast. Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner has gone platinum blonde. The 20-year-old English actress who plays redhead Sansa Stark on the HBO series debuted her new look on Instagram, writing, "I did a thing." Turner's post sent fans into a frenzy, with many comparing her tresses to Daenerys Targaryen, played by Emilia Clarke's silvery hair. Some even speculated Sansa will be revealed as a Targaryen in Season 7. One fan wrote, "Maybe Jon isn't the real Targaryen, maybe it's Sansa after all. Makes you think, huh?" Jon Snow, played by Kit Harington, was revealed to be the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark in Season 6. Turner has told Marie Claire in 2014 that she's a natural blonde who dyes her hair red to play Sansa. She discussed the role last week on the Hollywood Reporter's Awards Chatter podcast, saying she, quote, "always felt an affinity for the character." The actress shared, "She's always been a part of me, so I can kind of slip into me and then slip into Sansa again." Turner is also known for playing the fiery-haired Jean Grey in X-Men Apocalypse. Game of Thrones will return for an abbreviated 7th season in the summer of 2017 and is confirmed to end after Season 8. Willem Dafoe has signed up to portray Ryuk in Netflix's Death Note, which premieres on the streaming site next year. Death Note, based on the Japanese manga by the same name, tells the story of a high school student named Light Yagami who stumbles upon a notebook that allows him to kill anyone by writing their name in the book while picturing their face. The notebook is brought to the human world by Ryuk, a Shiganami, or deaf spirit. Light lets the power of the notebook go to his head as he wields the power of life or death and attracts the attention of an eccentric detective named L, who sets out to stop him. Dafoe, who played a creepy bad guy, the Green Goblin, in the Spider-Man franchise, joins Nat Wolff, Keith Stanfield, and Margaret Qualley in the adaptation. Illusionist Penn Jillette credited a radical diet which involved only eating plain potatoes for helping him lose about 100 pounds in the face of serious health issues. Jillette, known for his work as part of the magic duo Penn and Teller, detailed the process behind his weight loss while promoting his new book, Presto, How I Made Over 100 Pounds Disappear, and Other Magical Tales on Good Morning America. According to ET Canada, Jillette, the 61-year-old father of two, attempted the potato diet after doctors discovered a 9% blockage in his heart with his weight at 322 pounds at 6 foot 7 inches tall. He says, "The thing is, I don't respect moderation, so I had to do stuff really intense. What I was most surprised about was I used to consider myself a happy guy. I look back on it now, and I sort of wasn't. I feel so great now, it's night and day." Teller dropped 75 pounds in 83 days without exercising by eating only plain potatoes for 2 straight weeks before adding vegetables and stews. Registered dietitian Maya Feller told ABC News that some experts do not agree with this style of diet. She says for the body to function optimally, it really needs a wide variety of foods that provide vitamins and minerals. You need to have fiber, proteins, fats, and carbs. Eating one food alone can be really detrimental. Teller says his goal in taking the potato diet was not simply to lose weight, but rather drastically change the poor eating habits he had developed over time. He says the potatoes, first of all, they weren't raw, and that was an arbitrary thing. I'm not good at moderation. I wanted to do hardcore stuff. I wanted to lose the sense of eating socially. It was just a way to lose all the habits I'd gotten into. So it didn't have to be potatoes. They aren't magic. I picked potatoes because it's the funniest word. The opening ceremonies for the 2016 Olympics will kick off in Rio on Friday, and Ralph Lauren has issued a first look at Team USA's outfits. The outfit consists of white skinny jeans, a white shirt with red and blue blockings, and a navy blue blazer with the white polo emblem on one side and the U.S. Olympic team patch on the other side. The gold buttons feature American flags and Olympic rings. Swimmer Michael Phelps, the flag bearer for the opening ceremony, will stand out from the rest of the team in a light-up version of the blazer that it features an illuminated Olympic patch on the front and USA on the back. Ralph Lauren has made the ensemble available for purchase on its website, where the entire outfit, including the available accessories like the $350 red, white, and blue boat shoes, can be purchased for $1,500. Closing ceremony uniforms were revealed in April and were met with mixed reviews, with some critics saying the look was reminiscent of a prep school uniforms. Ralph Lauren has been dressing Team USA since 2008 and puts the United States in a category with other countries who are dressed by major designers like Giorgio Armani for Italy, Stella McCartney for Britain, H&M for Sweden, and the newcomer to the Olympic fashion scene, Christian Louboutin, who is designed exclusively for Cuba. South Korea is taking a more practical approach with its uniforms by incorporating mosquito repellent into the clothes amidst concerns of the mosquito spread Zika virus. The opening ceremonies will be broadcast on NBC on Friday at 7 p.m. Kelly Riley, David Morrissey, and Zoe Wanamaker are to star in writer Jez Butterworth's historical drama Britannia. Set in 43 AD, the series will premiere via Amazon in the United States and on Sky in the United Kingdom and Ireland in 2017. Roy Price, the vice president of digital video at Amazon Studios, said in a statement Tuesday, "We're thrilled to be collaborating with Sky on this series entirely produced overseas. Our customers will experience a cinematic world with bold characters anchored in a ruthless period of history." Jez Butterworth has written an incredible drama that is entertaining and emotional, but also asking important questions about what drives men and women to stand and fight. This is a battle for the heart of Britain like you've never seen before. The synopsis reads, as the story unfolds, as the Roman Imperial Army, determined and terrified in equal measures, returns to crush the Celtic heart of Britannia, a mysterious land ruled by a wild warrior women and powerful druids who can channel the powerful forces of the underworld. Judges Simon Cowell, Mel B, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel, as well as host Nick Cannon, are returning to America's Got Talent for Season 12, NBC confirmed. Cowell, who created the Got Talent format in the United Kingdom, will be back for his second season. This will be the fifth season for Mel B, and Klum, eighth for Mandel, and ninth for Cannon. Paul Tellegide, the NBC Entertainment president of alternative and reality programming, said in a statement Tuesday, "With the addition of Simon, the chemistry between our judges has grown even stronger, and it's easy to see how much enthusiasm they bring to the show night after night. Nick adds a boundless energy as host that ties everything together. We're thrilled to have such a strong team returning for season 12. The show is currently in its 11th season." And a related story, a contestant on America's Got Talent was shot in the throat with a flaming arrow Tuesday during a shocking stunt gone wrong. Married duo Amber and Ryan Stock attempted to impress judges Simon Cowell, Mel B, Heidi Klum, and Howie Mandel by having Amber shoot a flaming arrow onto a mouth target that Ryan had swallowed. Anticipation for the feat was built up by Ryan, who started out their stage show by swallowing a collection of curved swords. For the finale, Amber situated herself atop a ladder with a crossbow and lined up her shot to hit Ryan's mouth target. Amber missed her mark, however, striking her husband in the throat. As the live audience gasped and Ryan stumbled, he was eventually able to regain his composure and showed that he was okay. Following the accident, Ryan took to Twitter to again reassure fans that it was okay. He wrote, "We had a serious mishap tonight outage live on at NBC AGT. A very unfortunate mechanical failure, but I'm very fortunate to walk away from it." NBC posted a video of the incident on YouTube, but edited the footage to quickly cut away to Mandel's shock expression once Ryan was struck in the throat. Peter Capaldi will remain on Doctor Who past season 10. Showrunner Stephen Moffat said in the July 28th issue of Doctor Who magazine that he believes the 58-year-old actor will play the 12th Doctor in season 11 and beyond. The writer and producer said, "I have no reason to suppose that I'm writing out a Doctor. Peter is loving the role, and long may he do so." Moffat will leave the long-running BBC series after season 10. Capaldi had told Radio Times in March that the network wanted him to stay on following the showrunner's departure. The actor said, "I've been asked to stay on, but it's such a long time before I have to make that decision. Stephen's been absolutely wonderful, so I loved working with him." He said afterwards, "I don't know where the show is going to go. I have to make up my mind, and I haven't yet." Season 10 will air a Christmas special in December before premiering in 2017. The season will introduce Pearl Mackie as the Doctor's companion Bill in the wake of Jenna Coleman's exit. Sean Hayes and Rosie O'Donnell have joined the cast of NBC's Hairspray Live. The announcement was made Tuesday at the Television Critics Association Summer Press Tour. Hayes will play Mr. Pinky, the owner of Mr. Pinky's Hefty Hideaway, who sponsors Tracy. O'Donnell will take on the role of the gym teacher. The current cast includes Javi Feinstein as Edna Turnblad, Jennifer Hudson as Motormouth Maybelle, Ariana Grande as Penny Pinkleton, Kristen Chenoweth as Velma Von Tussle, Derek Huff as Corny Collins, Martin Short as Wilbur Turnblad, Maddie Bedelia as Tracy Turnblad, Dove Cameron as Amber Von Tussle, and Garrett Clayton as Link Larkin. Fans are still awaiting on casting announcements for Seaweed and Little Inez. Unlike NBC's last three live musicals, which have been shot on the soundstage in New York, Hairspray was being produced on a Universal backlot and will utilize outdoor space. Director Kenny Leon says, "We are organically going outside when the text calls for us to go outside." Hairspray Live will air on NBC on December 7th. Leonardo DiCaprio showed off his playful side on Monday when he was spotted surprising and then hugging his Wolf of Wall Street co-star Jonah Hill in New York's West Village. Hill was standing on a sidewalk checking his phone when DiCaprio spotted him. DiCaprio whipped out his own phone and ran up to Hill pretending to snap photos, which visually startled the star. Once Hill realized it was his Oscar-winning pal and not a crazed fan, the two hugged and laughed. Up next for Hill is an appearance in the animated adult comedy Sausage Party. DiCaprio won an Oscar for his work in the 2015 film The Revenant. Ozzy Osbourne revealed that he is undergoing intense therapy for a sex addiction that nearly ended his marriage. People magazine reported on a statement by a representative of the former Black Sabbath frontman saying that he had been engaged in a 6-year battle with sex addiction. The representative said, "Over the last 6 years, Ozzy Osbourne has been dealing with a sex addiction." He also commented on how his addiction affected his family as well as his relationship with wife Sharon. His representative said Ozzy is mortified of what his behavior has done to his family. He thanks God that his incredible wife Sharon is at his side to support him. The couple separated as a result of Osbourne's reported 4-year affair with his former hair colorist Michelle Pugh, but said their relationship was back on track in July. Pugh told People magazine she did not believe Osbourne to be a sex addict and said the two knew each other professionally for a year before becoming romantically involved. In a statement, Osbourne's representative said he denied that their relationship was anything more than sexual. The statement said he is sorry if Ms. Pugh took their sexual relationship out of context. He would like to apologize to the other women he has been having sexual relationships with. Out of the bad comes good. Since his relationship with Ms. Pugh was exposed, Ozzy has gone into some intense therapy. Britney Spears officially announced her new album Wednesday. The 34-year-old singer shared a cover art for the record Glory, which is set for release August 26. She tweeted, #Glory, my new album, the beginning of a new era, available August 26 on at Apple Music, pre-ordered tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Spears last released Britney Jean in 2013, which debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200 albums charts and included the singles Work, Bitch, and Perfume. She released the first single from Glory, Make Me, featuring G-Eazy in July. Star told E! News the month previous, "I've been working on this album for a year and a half now, almost 2 years, so it really means a lot to me. It's my baby." She also revealed it's a little more melodic, a little more not so poppy. It's kind of chill, very chill. Spears is presently on break from her Las Vegas residency at the Axis at Planet Hollywood. She will resume show August 15th and perform at the iHeartRadio Music Festival in September. And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of August 13th. Number 10, Designer with Panda. Number 9, Adele with Send My Love to Your New Lover. Number 8, Rihanna with Needed Me. Number 7, 21 Pilots with Ride. Number 6, The Chainsmokers featuring Die with Don't Let Me Down. Number 5, Justin Timberlake with Can't Stop the Feeling. Number 4, Calvin Harris featuring Rihanna with This Is What You Came For. Number 3, Drake featuring Wizkid and Kayla with One Dance. Number 2, Major Lazer featuring Justin Bieber and M0 with Cold Water. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of August 13th, Sia featuring Sean Paul with Cheap Thrills. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1989, Sex, Lies, and Videotape, which helped usher in the independent film revolution of the early 90s, opens in theaters in New York and Los Angeles. The film, which starred James Spader, Andie MacDowell, Peter Gallagher, and Laura San Giacomo, marked the featured film directorial debut of Steven Soderbergh, who received an Oscar nomination for Best Screenplay. Set in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Sex, Lies, and Videotape is about John, yuppie lawyer, played by Gallagher, who is married to the sexually repressed Anne, played by MacDowell, and having an affair with Anne's free-spirited sister, Cynthia, played by San Giacomo. John's old friend Graham, played by Spader, who later reveals that he videotapes women about their sexual experiences, returns to town, and after a series of exchanges becomes involved with Anne. Steven Soderbergh, only 26 at the time the film was released, reportedly wrote Sex, Lies, and Videotape in a little over a week and shot the movie in 1 month. The film went on to become a commercial and critical success and won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. Sex, Lies, and Videotape was at the forefront of the low-budget independent film movement of the early 1990s, which also included the works of such writer-directors as Quentin Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs, Kevin Smith, Clerks, and Paul Thompson Anderson for Cigarettes and Coffee. Following the success of Sex, Lies, and Videotape, Soderbergh made a string of less well-received films before scoring a hit with 1998's Out of Sight, which starred George Clooney, who had become a frequent Soderbergh collaborator, and Jennifer Lopez. Soderbergh went on to direct Erin Brockovich in 2000, starring Julia Roberts, and the drug war ensemble drama Traffic in 2000. He received Best Director Academy Award nominations for both films and took home the Oscar statuette for Traffic. Soderbergh's other directing credits include the blockbuster hit Ocean's 11 in 2001 and its 2 sequels, along with such films as Solaris in 2002, Full Frontier in 2002, and The Good German in 2006. In late 2008, he reteamed with Traffic star Benicio del Toro, who played the title character role in Che, Soderbergh's biopic of the legendary Argentine guerrero Ernesto Che Guevara. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, August 4th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.